Welcome to Completing Football Manager and welcome to Indonesia, Persija, Jakarta. If you do not know what this save is, this is the game save in which I am trying to win every single top division on the vanilla version of Football Manager. You can see in the background fizzing around is our Malaysian save. If you haven't seen that one, that is going to be linked at the end of this video. But today is all about Indonesia, and Persija Jakarta are the team we are going to be taking on. They are predicted to come second in the league with an 82,000 capacity stadium, which is absolutely ridiculous. We are in the AFC Cup, which is the Asian equivalent to the Europa League, and obviously two other cup competitions as well as the league. We have a few star players like Sito as our goalkeeper, Yama, who is going to be our star centre-back / CDM, Suleiman as our right winger, very much good pace, and Matsamura as well as a decent enough striker. We were lining up in a 4-2-3-1, but we needed some reinforcements in centre midfielder, so welcome Abdul Aziz and Raziki as well as Son Suk-young to be our star striker. 15 finishing, great pace and great determination. And here in Indonesia, there is a preliminary cup which you go through, and have ended up in the final against Persib, who are the favourites for the whole entire league. And they're going to go 1-0 up thanks to a Kuiper's header at the back stick. And this is a two-legged affair, so Fabri goes through as the volante and scores to make things 1-0, but that is just the first leg. And we go out in this final looking to, set a precedent of what this league season could be. And Yama on the ball as the DM plays it through to our new man, Son Suk-young, and he blasts it home for 1-0, puts his name on the map, and straight away we lift some silverware. We've been here for 10 minutes and we've already lifted some silverware, and we're going to get right into the league as well. Yama putting us 1-0 up, Yama finding blast to Rafli to put us 2-0 up, Abdul Aziz out wide to Matsamura, who's going to cut the ball back to Irawan, finds it in the top bins, Doki through to Novaderni, bets it in the middle, and they make it 3-1. Blast cuts it back to Rafli, who makes it 4-1, and after that first cup competition and that victory, I was confident this season was going to go well, and much of other victories go our way, and after just 3 games we are top of the league, clear 2 points ahead of everyone else. But of course things couldn't go well forever, and we are going to start dropping some points. A 1-1 draw here today against one of the worst teams in the league and Persija, and the most ridiculous goal I think we're going to concede all season. I mean, what is he doing giving it straight to their striker in the 95th minute, and we lose 3-2 to Bali United? Luckily, we are a good team, and we showed that in the first few games of the season. We're going to go ahead in today and score some absolute screamers, by the way, and win 4-2. Son Suk-young is fantastic, and he has been brilliant to the start of this season. And luckily, we haven't lost too much ground, just 2 points off the top. But it's now time to look at our AFC Cup, and our first team is Baltazar Kausar, Naga World from Cambodia, and Yan Doborin from Myanmar. The 3 teams we're up against, and it was quite clear in these first 3 games in the group stage that we were going to be very much okay in this group stage. We win the first game 3-2. Pumagas finds Simanjuk, and he puts it in the back of the net for 2-0 against Yarandon, and then Yama Hernandez Chavez, Yama blasts it home to make a 1-0 victory against Baltazar, and a 3-point gap at the top already in the AFC Cup. But of course, all that extra fixture congestion had to catch up to us, and a loss to Borneo meant we were sitting 5th in the league, just 1 point off the title, with NANS up next, who were sitting 2nd in the league. And we absolutely battered them. We won 5-0 with scoring some outrageous goals like you've just seen. And it was the easiest game we'll ever play. And it's the weirdest league in the world, because you can do that and then you can lose 3-1 to Borneo. And today is Rayma, who are sitting 3rd in the league. And again, we're going to have a fantastic game. A few great goals to kick things off, a ball in the box. And Lakoli and Goi puts the goal for them. And he was fantastic this season, making it 2-1. Yama scores for 3-1. And they're going to go ahead and make it 3-2. But it is another victory, and a 3-2 victory against one of the favourites in the league, Rayma. A 1-0 draw against Persic, a 2-1 victory against PSS before a 1-0 draw against Perksiabo. Leaves me changing the formation. The 4-3-3 has come out to play rather than the aggressive 4-2-3-1. I thought we needed a change, and we were up against Persib, the best team in the league, the favourites for the league for this first game in the 4-3-3, and we were fantastic. A 2-0 victory led us 4th in the league, 4 points off the top, but with a game in hand. Of course, we lost to PSIS, and we had to try and make up for it in the next one. A 5-1 victory against the Burritos, Patera. And in the next game, Son Suk-young scored this absolute worldie to win 3-2 against Persis, and things were looking much better in the league again. Suleiman from the edge of the box batters at home before Matsamura drives on the right-hand side to find Rafli to score 2 in a 2-0 victory away against Arima yet again. We were top of the league with a game in hand after some fantastic form, and we even changed the expectations to win the league. But of course, as you know from my time in Malaysia, it's not just about the league. I want to win as many cups as I can and become the greatest manager of all time. So I bring you back to the Indonesian Cup, and a scrappy 3-2 victory in the first leg against Bekasi City sees us heading to the second leg. And like I've said, this is one of the weirdest leagues in the world because today is a 7-1 demolition. Hence why we're completely sped up, because I cannot show you that many goals. And we set up a third round tie against Dewa United, which will be very, very exciting when we get to that. But the AFC Cup is what we're looking at next. And 18 points, 6 wins out of 6, and a 1-0 win, a 6-1 win, a 3-1 win. We were through, and the League One window opened up, and I decided, let's make this team even better. Welcome 18-year-old, 4.5 star ability, 4.5 star potential player, Gabriel Pinheiro, who slots right into that midfield and looks ridiculous, and the whole team just looks mental. And when I tell you from here on out, things are going to get a little bit dangerous. We might be one of the best teams in the world at this point. Screw Asia. We are fantastic. A 6-2 victory against Madura United before going up against Persipura, where yet again we put another team to the sword. Sun Suk Young with a goal. Febrinato whips it in. Sun Suk Young scores again, and a 4-1 victory leaves us top of the table. 2 games in hand of third place Borneo. 5 points clear. And we do now have that third round game against Dewa United, and a 3-2 loss in the first leg at home sets up a very, very difficult away leg. Or that is what you would think. And like I've said with this league, sometimes you can lose 3-2 and then you can go and do what we've done here and win 5-0. Gabriel Pinheiro in midfield is absolutely fantastic. We put 5 past them. We absolutely destroyed them before setting up a quarterfinal against PSM, one of the best teams in the league. A 0-0 draw, a 1-0 draw, but we got our away goal and we set up the semi-finals, which is absolutely mental, the fact we're already there. We are 10 points clear of the league after 4-2 victories against Persikibio, Dewa, Persik, and league favourites Persib, who are sitting 4th and way off the mark. Sun Suk Young is having one of the seasons of his life. That finishing has been fantastic, and Gabriel Pinheiro, with a 7.38 average rating, has been also absolutely fantastic. And the wins just keep on coming, and you're about to see the free kick of dreams. Just like having Beckham with Sun Suk Young, because that simply is ridiculous. A 3-0 victory before setting up our next round in the Asian Cup against MacArthur Football Club from Australia, 5th in the league. We go 1-0 down, and this is going to be a very, very tough game. Sun Suk Young makes it 1-0 before setting up Matsumura to make it 2-1. Blasted the edge of the box to Riziki, blasts it home for 3-1, but it's not done yet. Vajika slides it home for 3-2, but we weren't also finished, and Sun Suk Young turns it home for 4-2, and we were through in the Asian Cup, setting up a final against Melbourne Victory. Yes, that Melbourne Victory. Hansa Yama was out for 6 weeks, which was absolutely heartbreaking, as was our goalkeeper. Juancito was out for 8 weeks, but that didn't stop us from winning 2-1, drawing 1-1, and then drawing 2-2. Maybe the start of the downfall was there. Just a 6-point gap now at the top of the league, but we were set for our Asian clash against Melbourne Victory. And I mean, just look at their team. They are set in a 4-3-3. They're absolutely fantastic. They are top of the league, and we're just little old Persija from Indonesia. Can we put Melbourne Victory to the sword? Well, I think if I was honest with myself, and if you guys are honest too, we maybe knew that Melbourne Victory would be a step too far. We very, very quickly go 2 goals down before Pinheiro shows his quality and finds Matsumura to make it 2-1. But we simply just were not good enough, or they were simply just too good is what I would rather say. They beat us 4-1 here today, which means we are out in the ASEAN zone final against Melbourne Victory, but we have got our very own trophy to go for. The Indonesian semi-final, the first leg was a 0-0 draw before a fantastic match here. A 1-0 lead, a 1-0. Blast finds the edge of the box to Pinheiro, and he of course finds the top corner because he is special. Sun Suk Young, it goes in the box and it's cleared for an outrageous finish there. Sun Suk Young goes through again and slots it home to make it 4-1. It's going to be 4-2 thanks to a header. And then another outrageous goal here from Sun Suk Young makes it 5-2. And we are into the final of the Indonesian Cup against Madura United. But that cup final wasn't until the end of the season. And as the media article says, the title race is heating up. There is 5 games left. We are 6 points clear and we need to keep up this fantastic form heading into these last 5 games. And a resounding victory sets us up for good stead. A 3-1 victory against PSS. Of course we are going to lose to Bali United. 3 points dropped and just a 3-point gap now between ourselves and Arema with 3 games to go. It was going down to the wire just as it did in Malaysia. It's not going to be easy, this challenge, but we obviously are setting ourselves the most ridiculous task of all. So let's go ahead and do it. This game was another ding-dong battle, but a 4-2 victory against Persiba sets us up with 2 games to go. We can win the title with 3 points today against Persipura. And of course we don't do it. And they were literally bottom of the league, meaning we go into the last game of the season 1 point clear. Arema away to the Burritos. We are away to Persis. They are setting up in a 4-2-3-1. We're in our classic 4-3-3, and as you can see from the title, it was nervous. It was time to win, and we had to win this game. Sun Suk Young, of course, shows up because he's an absolute legend. Before Sitho tried to bottle it. Luckily, 2 minutes later, Sun Suk Young got us 2-1 up, and with just a few minutes to go, the clock runs down, and we were champions of Indonesia. And the second nation of this ridiculous task is completed. Malaysia done, Indonesia also done. What a journey it has been, and in just 1 season we have conquered Malaysia, which is fantastic. But it's not over yet, is it? Because we've done the double. Can we end up doing the treble? We've got a final against Madura United in a 2-legged affair. The first goal goes in from Blas, who then finds Raziki to make it 2-0. A ball to the back stick. They keep things alive with the scrappiest goal you might ever see, but Pinheiro makes it 3-1, and the first leg was over. And as quickly as the first leg was over, the second leg was over as well, because we were fantastic in this one. And as you see the players walk out from the tunnel, there was never a doubt in my mind that we were going to complete the treble. We won the league, the Piala Indonesia, and the Presiden. Sun Suk Young was the player of the season. He was fantastic. Oliver Blas scored 18 goals and got 21 assists. Ryo Matsumura was also fantastic, but it was time to resign for a manager in Malaysia, and now we need to move on to our next step in the journey of completing Football Manager. If you've not yet, check out the Malaysia video. That is absolutely fantastic, and I'll speak to you next time.